Please, someone,
Somebody, some
please mute your mic. Mute your mic. Please mute your mic. Mute your mic. Mute your mic, everyone. Please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. Too much noise from your background. Please, you can excuse the children so that you'll be able to not distract the meeting. Please, as we proceed. Sorry about that. We just lost connection. We just reconnected back again. Are you with me? Okay. Ndubisi, let's go ahead. Give us your own remark on the first item we have on the agenda, talking about the projection of GGM and why or what we expect from Peter Obi to solve. What are those problems in Nigeria we expect Peter Obi to solve? Why exactly is it that GGM is mobilizing support for Peter Obi, so that we can proceed with other items very briefly?
the first thing from his historical perspective tends to solve a generational problem we have in Nigeria since after the Civil War. People play Nigerian politics in terms of personal interest as against public interest. In fact, if we take it before after the Civil War, as long as our existence, because most of us are under 50 years, what we have always known or noted for is playing politics to meet some stakeholders' interest or personal interests of key political players and the elites. So the coming of GGM tends to solve that problem by working towards public interests.
Okay.
We put our personal interest aside in pursuit of public interest.
Okay.
Over time, people do not know the difference between public and personal interest, you know. So we have taken time over time to resolve that difference, to convince people that actually a set of people can actually pursue projects for the interests of the generality of the people. And that we have demonstrated in Anambra State. We supported Soludo, notwithstanding any monetary commitment, any other promise, any other thing, you know, against other contestants, other candidates, even when we are offered money to support certain candidates who insisted that good governance will always take sides with the best. And as at that time was Professor Soludo. And at the end of the day, he won. So, coming to Nigeria, you know, we have our background in the eastern part of Nigeria. But what we do in the east, you know, good governance is expected to be done or replicated in the south, in the southwest, in the northern part of Nigeria, using the same template. Even if people are just 5 or 10 or 20 or 30, they should be able to insist that public interest will be served. So, coming to this, I've just given the background of this ministry. Coming to Nigeria as a country, over time, we've identified the problem with Nigeria. That the problem with Nigeria is not having a good man there to go to Astro Rock, or not having a man with vision, or even having angel, if I will use the word, from heaven to come down and build the country Nigeria. You know, we've identified the fact that the problem with Nigeria is not personal. It's not one person that can fix it. It is a system problem, and that's you know what? Before any country could come up, before anybody can, any country can come up, something must new country. What is that? Constitution. So we've noted that Constitution of Nigeria is faulty. That whoever is coming up should be able to look at it and address it. You know, now over since democracy started, we've noted that Obasanjo tried it, constitutional amendment. You know, he almost got it right, but he included a third-term agenda in the process. That was what killed that would have given people an opportunity to own their constitution, to say, yes, this is our constitution. This is not constitution imposed on the people by stakeholders or military elites.
Okay.
Jonathan came on board, also put up another constitutional committee that will review Nigerian constitution and then make recommendation to the government. All parts of Nigeria were represented, even though APC kicked against it. At the end of the day, Jonathan was not man enough to implement the decision of that constitution, because so many people, including myself, asked him to implement constitution and gesting the idea of going for second term. If only what he can give Nigerians is the constitutional, not amendment, but negotiating Nigerian state. Even though he said there is a no-go area, which is whether the constitution. Time, even if the only thing he would achieve is to add that constitution into law, he would have given Nigerians serious gift. But Jonathan, as usual, black man, went for second term, and he played politics with that constitutional process, you know. And you know what happened at the end of the day? He didn't win.
Okay.
So, in other words, Peter Obi knew that even if you have an angel in Asoro with this present constitution, you will only be there trying to manage the north, trying to manage the west, trying to manage the east. 4 years will go without him achieving anything. Even if he's, of course, he's an economist, the vice is an economist. They say they will cut costs, they will do this, they will do consumption. But people following us should note that there is no consumption to production you will do with that plus and excess power deposited in the federal, the most powerful president all over the world, because the power he has an exclusive list in Nigerian constitution. So also as governor also has his own power. That is why nobody can governor as soon as he takes over power. He back into share money through, or you can call it security votes. We want a governor who goes to the or went to the house of our assembly in the state every month. He signs 1.2 billion naira, and how he spends his own business, meaning that he can buy everybody in the state. There is no accountability as long as that's security votes that you cannot give account of.
Okay.
That is constitutional fraud.
Okay, Andy.
So to that
We have to cut you short there.
Yeah,
You have.
I'm doing that. Okay.
Yeah, you have given an overview generally on the fundamental principle and values why GGM is routing for Mr. Peter Obi presidential candidacy. Okay, we'll appeal to you, to those of you who are here live on the meeting. Please, you can put off your mics while you are not speaking, and you can also turn off your cameras if you don't want to be seen on the video in the meeting, and you can also put it on. NDBC, you can put off your camera and put it back on because it is on a still mode. That is it. The other participants in the meeting, so that I don't misquote, the name is not properly indicated. Please tell us your own opinion with respect to why you are supporting Mr. Peter Obi. Why are you supporting Mr. Peter Obi, and why do you join GGM?
Hello.
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 Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Okay, this background is. Can you hear me?
Yes.
The background is cracking.
You're
Cracking repeatedly.
okay. Sorry, that could be from the network, but you can put your mode on the audio alone. Just switch off the video so that you'll be able to be heard properly. Then Andy, I'll advise you to do same. You can put off the mode in audio alone. Okay, you can go on, proceed with what you're saying. Why are you routing and supporting Peter Obi's presidential candidate? Oh, I think he's having problem with his own network. We hope to have his own contribution when he's able to do so. We'll proceed. From what NDBC have said so far, and from what you've said so far, I must say that the GGM as a movement, we are routing for Mr. Peter Obi because we believe in a restructured Nigeria as the only solution to the problem of this country. And basically it starts with the review of the constitution, or some might say overhauling of the constitution and making a new people's oriented constitution. Okay, that is where to start. Some people say start, and so Peter Obi actually believes in restructuring of this country, and that is why GGM as a movement is supporting Peter Obi's movement massively. And other political parties like the APC or the PDP have demonstrated that they are not committed to this very mandate. We hope that Peter Obi, when he gets into power after we continue mobilizing and eventually wins the election come 2023, he will be able to restructure this country back to regional government, where the regions will have control of their resources, have control of their political space without unnecessary interference from the central, have relative control of their security, their educational system, their health system, and we'll be able to communicate with the outside world as well to attract development, the kind of development that is, in line with their aspirations, norms and values. Okay, so that is basically why we are supporting Labour Party and the Peter Obi presidential candidate. And in line with what Peter Obi said, that he wants to turn Nigeria from consumption to production. That cannot happen with the current structure of this country. The structure that guarantees handouts, going to Abuja every month to share what they call the national cake. And today there is nothing to share anymore. So for Nigeria to go to start becoming productive again, they have to go back to regional government, so that people can annex and maximize their God-given potential. Look at the electricity. The electricity, for instance, is not a rocket science, but has become a thing that is almost near impossible in Nigeria to have 24 hours electricity. And there can never be due production with the kind of dilapidated electric supply in Nigeria. So we believe strongly that if the country is returned or restructured back to regional government, each region would, use what they have without undue interference, maximize it, and produce energy for themselves. So that is one of the expectations of GGM with respect to Peter Obi's candidacy. And having said that, we are going to quickly move into the other discussion for the night. That includes the strategies to register the presence of GGM at all ward levels. That's the mobilization. How are we penetrating different communities? How are we preaching this message door to door, where you are working, where you are, your community where you are living, the school where you are attending? How do we take this message so that everyone will be obedient? And we need everyone on board to be useful. Hello, the person that just came in. You want to make your submission so that we can proceed. Are you with me? Hello. Okay, I think we just have to let you go. You can be listening if you are not ready to speak. You don't need to interrupt the proceeding. Thank you very much. NDBC, what's your take on that with respect to the strategy by GGM in penetrating some of these our communities around us?
Of course, Chinedu, that we've started holding town hall meeting with our various communities. The one we had last time was in Enugu, and in 2 weeks' time, we'll be holding another one somewhere in Oka. So, we are also encouraging our coordinators, state coordinators, to start organizing their own town hall meeting, of course, and political sensitization at this moment, because campaign has not started. All what we're expecting people to do is the voters. We've been doing it, advising people to identify the logo of Labour Party, seeing different political parties and the ability to identify which one is Labour Party. If one is supporting Peter Obi, all these are our support groups, GGM that is supporting Peter Obi. That if that day you will not see Peter Obi,
okay, someone is asking, Rinzo Keke is asking that we should share the meeting link. The meeting link is on our group page on our WhatsApp platform, so you can as well go there to update yourself on that. Okay. Just go to our WhatsApp platform, or you contact 08104545533 on WhatsApp, and the link will be forwarded to you if you want to join in the conversation via the link, except you just want to make your call or your contribution via phone call or dropping your comment on the comment section. All right. Now, we talked about town hall meeting, and is there any other thing, any other plan? Do you have plan for? Do we have plan for street to street mobilization and sensitization? Although we are doing, we temporarily suspended our radio programs, and we'll be resuming it any moment, maybe when the campaign period is open. We'll resume our radio program as well, so that we'll be able to mobilize more people. So apart from that, do you have any other strategy or plans for the GGM? NDBC, are you there? Ndubisi, are you with me?
Yeah, Juliet, I'm here.
You heard what I said?
Yeah, as a strategy to get this message down to the people. Another one which we have started is to encourage all our followers to begin to identify their voting points. I mean, polling station. Put forward their names, the name of the polling station, their state, and phone numbers. We have started the documentation today, because we want to know the areas GGM will cover as one of the official support group of Labour Party, Since the going says that Labour Party does not have a structure, we want to prove to the political class, the political elites, that the people are the structure.
Okay.
So we have started by putting forward those polling stations across Nigeria. Wherever those people following us across the world, any place you want to take care of, you want to be in charge, just forward the polling station.
Okay, no problem. I think that's okay for now. All right. The last one on our table for discussion before any other thing we're going to talk about is the issue of rigging. When the election proper happens, how do people curb or minimize the possibility of rigging? We need to start sensitizing people as well, and how to come out to make sure that their vote at that day, must count, because that is one of the things that is setting people back, saying that their vote doesn't count. But we saw what happened in Osun State when the people were re-echoing or being part of the counting of the vote by putting in their own echo in voicing out the counts. I think that will help in minimizing the possibility of rigging. And another thing again I want to add is the possibility or the fear of technically rigging the election by maybe sabotaging. Some people have raised that as a concern. That if there is any possibility on how to check the materials, I mean the equipment that will be sent to perceived I will call it perceived stronghold of Peter Obi, making sure that all the materials that will be sent there are sent there as, and also as efficient and effective. So these are the things people are looking at, and how we can ensure that it doesn't affect the vote proper during the election, so that all of our efforts in mobilizing people will not be brought to futility. NDBC, your take on that, so that we will wrap up.
Well, coming to that, Chinedu, GGM is not inside Labour Party as per the strategy they will come up with to ensure that vote will count. But I can assure you for one thing that the level of sensitization and awareness when it comes to Peter Obi brand, Obi brand is unprecedented. It has never happened before, and you cannot rig election where people are standing up, where people are determined massively to go towards certain direction. Rigging is not possible in that case. So, the handlers of P2B campaign organization, will come up with different strategies. It's not one, it's not two, it's not three, to ensure that people's vote will count. And do note that it's not about political party. It's not about Labour Party per se. These are...
Hello, NDBC, can you hear me? I'm losing you.
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I don't know the last point you heard me, but from what I'm saying is that the level of sensitization and the awareness when it comes to obedient movement is rather unprecedented in Nigeria. So It is not easy. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go on. Go on.
Hello?
I can hear you. Go on.
Uh-huh. So that is not easy to rig election when people are determined to vote towards one direction. And I can assure you that Nigerians need a change from old order to new order. It's no longer in that PDP and APC are old order, and people are tired of them. So Peter Obi is a brand new face. Almost all Nigerians are looking for.
Okay.
So for rigging, for people to be scared of rigging, they should not. Things will in due time or course, people will do exactly the direction things are going. Campaign will start late next month, and it's only then we can begin to talk about the strategies put in place to stop rigging. Good enough. Hello?
No, what I'm saying in essence is that trying to sensitize the people on the need for them to participate in the counting of the vote, just like we witnessed in Osun State, that it will go a long way to minimize rigging. That's what we're saying. Pushing out that sensitization to the people, because one of the core activities of GGM through BVI Channel 1 is to sensitize the people on what to do is to sensitize the people
on what to do
during
before, during,
even after
the election, so that the effort we put out will not be in futility.
So people should know that
they have to participate. They have to participate
in the counting. That's
in
when
the counting. That's when you say when after the vote you stay back to make sure that the vote you voted or the ballot you voted are counted
and counted in
effectively. So that is just
the position there.
And I think
that is it for now.
Any other issues we can also deliberate on it very quickly.
We'll wrap it up.
Then we'll wrap it up.
Hello.
Go on.
Hello, this is Chukwemeka.
Okay, Chukwemeka, you just joined us.
Now.
Yeah, I just joined.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chukwemeka.
Good evening, Chukwemeka. Go on.
Yeah. I have been saying something about this election.
Okay.
Yes, I want to say something concerning that. 2000 election will not be business as usual. Because GGM are working effectively in mobilizing our people and sensitizing them in every nook and cranny, especially in the southeast and in the south. And I believe that election next year, that with the improvement in the INEC, that it will be difficult for anybody to rig it. So we should forget about rigging election next year. And I always tell people that people don't rig where they are not popular. You can only rig where you are popular. And as we can see, the only popular candidate we have today is Peter Obi everywhere, whether in the east, in the west, south, northeast, northwest. Peter Obi is dominating everywhere. It is God has brought him out now for this purpose, and I believe there is no way anybody can rig election against him. The only thing I'm even afraid of is issue of vote buying. That is what GGM we are going to work more on that, to convince people about rejecting money to cast votes. So that is the area I still think that our people, some people, because of hunger, we maybe take money to vote for another candidate that they don't want to vote for. So about rigging an election, I don't think that will be possible in 2023. The only thing I'm afraid of is issue of vote buying. So I believe that our people are ready for 2023 election, and by the grace of God, we know he will win that election. Last slide. There is no. I thought before that there is going to be enough, but when he selected Dati as his running mate, I now know that in fact that God is really at work. So I believe that we need to also continue to work hard. That is the area I want us to look more, especially on us, the people. Our people always want the best thing, but to work for that thing is another thing. It's not easy to mobilize people at the grassroots. Most of us are still not serious about it. Yeah, we are not taking it serious at all, in as much as we see all that is going on right now. But still, there are so many that still we need to still bring on board to follow what we are doing. GGM, Good Governance Ministry, I think until we reach that time that we have our ESCO members in every polling unit all across Nigeria, until then, I think we still have a lot of work to do, and that is what we are working towards. We continue to educate our people, having town hall meetings, through social media and through radio stations. We are still sensitizing our people and mobilizing them, you know, for them to understand where we are going. When the people capture the mission, message of goodbye.
Thank you, Chukwuemeka. You just spoke my mind, and it's in line with the GGM expectation. You know, in Anambra State, where we started running our ministries, work for public interest, you know, we've spent millions in radio station sensitizing people. Maybe some people are looking at us as smart people. Some people have called me, they've asked me, what is your interest? What are you getting from this thing? Is anybody paying you for this thing you are doing? Some people said, for your health, you stop these politics you are doing. You come to church and join us on our programs. Forget these politics, you know. My friend told me, see how there is move your family to that place. This country is beyond repair. You can't fix this country again. The country is going down and will collapse, you know. But you know what we did? That in that city of Canada that my good friend is enjoying today, people met.
Wendy, we just lost you right now. I don't know if you can still hear me. Hello.
Hello.
You can still hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, go on.
I said in the city of Canada where my good friend is, people made sacrifice to have the city working like that.
Yeah.
In America, you know, people died to fix a system. And today, many of our people are scattered all over the world enjoying themselves. If we ask them to contribute ordinary money to sustain our radio station, some of them will not understand the enormous work we are doing down here. That restructuring, fiscal restructuring starts from mental restructuring. You have to restructure people's brain to understand. So, Chinedu, what I'm saying in implication is that we have done a lot of work in the last 3 years. In the radio station, we've been in Odenibo, the most popular radio station in the southeast Nigeria, Odenibo FM. We've been there for 2-3 years talking to ordinary people. You know, ordinary people are not on the internet. They are not on YouTube, on Skype. No. We are just talking among ourselves as our middle class, working class. Those are the people that can access this social media facility.
Since we lost you again. Well.
Can you hear me?
All right.
Can you hear me?
Okay, go on.
All right. Okay, go on.
I said, so the question you asked me is on the vote buying, my take on the vote buying now and the messaging. That was why I'm making these references for you and for our viewers and listeners to understand that we started somewhere and we've gone a long way. It was through our efforts in Anambra State that certain people or market women started rejecting money from APC. APC and over almost bought everybody, both the deputy governor, both the party leaders, both the elected representatives, Senate and the Federal House of Reps members, you know. But to him, he has bought everything. And he has concluded that election is won, you know, having bought almost everybody in Africa. So, but he never knew that he has not bought the people. The people are the structure. Children, can you hear me?
Go on.
The people are the structure. Of course, that is why that market woman that Obiano gave 500,000 rejected.
We are losing you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
So he said, even if certain political party or person should give him the 10,000 naira, that you will not take, you will vote for this person because this person is people. This person, I'm telling you, is he's and on the same note, if a better, but as long as you have a better person, that is the point I'm making.
Okay, I think we've come a long way for tonight.
Encourage
Maybe.
you.
Hello.
I think we've come a long.
Yeah, hello, Andy.
Hello, I can hear you.
Okay, I said I think we've come a long way for
yes.
tonight.
Okay, I said I think we've come a long way for tonight.
And I hope that as we proceed in this program, weekly basis, we'll be bringing up issues that will enable GGM to focus their energy towards result-oriented activities. So thank you very much for being part of this meeting. Chukwuemeka, thank you. And those who watched us on the YouTube, thank you for your patience in participating and listening to our conversation. I understand that some people are complaining about the echo. Don't worry, we will get that right. Maybe through our studio, we'll be able to get our mic on the next program like this. So thank you very much, everyone who have participated. We hope that we'll start getting more engaging meetings like this on weekly basis. Don't forget that on Monday we'll be going live to have a full-blown proper broadcast from the studio, so that we will continue on this sensitization program. Thank you very much, everyone. And Ndubisi, I don't know if you have any closing remark, you and Chukwuemeka.
On this sensitization program. I didn't busy. I don't know if
this person. Do it. If you are in diaspora, call your village, call your work, call them, encourage them to join any support group. In this case, GGM is supporting Peter Obi and is officially recognized. So I encourage you to keep on following us and keep on following what Chinedu Asuzu is doing on BVI Channel 1, because BVI Channel 1 is already there for public interest and to give voice to the voiceless. It doesn't end with electing Peter with the president. It will continue to put him on his toes. Let nobody believe that Peter Obi is a sort of everything. No. But he's a human, a better choice than others. Thank you.
You make your closing remark.
Okay. Hello. Okay.
Go on.
Yeah.
Please. By the grace of God, next time we're having this meeting, most of our coordinators in I observed that they are not. here tonight. I'm going to find out why. And by the next time we're having this meeting, I think we should be having this meeting. By the next time we're having this meeting, I think we should be having this meeting every week or once in 2 weeks. Every week or once in 2 weeks.
No, it's every week, Emeka. Every weekend, Saturday.
Okay, every Saturday. Okay, every Saturday.
Okay. Yes.
By the they will be joining us. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.